This idea that he is above the fray.
The FBI.
Yeah, is not above the fray.
Right.
These are ordinary people.
Yeah.
Many of whom who tried to kill Trump as a candidate, and they lied and they cheated.
Yes.
And Mueller was chosen. I mean, Mueller's a Republican, but you know there are a lot of Republicans who are never Trump Republicans.
Yes.
Doesn't make any difference.
Yeah.
But this idea that there's some purity here, that this is coming down from the College of Cardinals.
Yeah.
That's not true. The FBI plays dirty and they play tough and they win. My whole life I had to put up with reading about J. Edgar Hoover. Even
Right.
the Kennedys were afraid of J. Edgar Hoover.
Well, I listened to Peter Strzok's testimony and Lisa Page. I didn't hear any details of hers, but you know, as you say, they're not squeaky clean in some respects.
Well, it's not possible.
No.
You can't work in Washington. I mean, and the other thing in Washington that people don't understand is that leaked information is an industry.
That's right.
That's how people exchange information. It's not somebody who feels overwhelmed with guilt one morning and wants to share it with the New York Times.
Right.
This is all done quite intentionally. This information is shared back and forth, and it's very consciously done. It's not done for conscience. It's done to bring people down.
Yeah.
So anyway, I just get a little tired of hearing about the FBI has the final word on this, and I agree with others, like Alan Dershowitz at Harvard. Mueller's gone off the reservation on this one. You know, he went to look at collusion. He wound up with tax
and obstruction of justice, and there doesn't seem to be a case in either respect so far.
You can indict our mothers on perjury and obstruction of justice.
Right.
I mean, the easiest charges in the world.
Yeah.
As Dershowitz once said about these grand juries, they would indict a ham sandwich because they indict everybody. Anyway, I just think we're in for a little bit of a ride. It's got to happen in the next couple of weeks because the president can't wait for these oversight committees for the Democrats to appear.
Right. Look, having watched the whole process play out, I was of the view that the fix was in favour of Hillary in relation to the email issue, and the fix was in against Trump in relation to these other matters. What did you think of the secret email server that she was using?
Well, it wasn't secret. It was a personal server.
Yeah. Well,
So
Barack Obama knew about it.
Yeah. Well, people just feel more comfortable with their personal phones. I mean, it really wasn't a conscious thing on her part. I think it was maybe she didn't want to leave a lot of footprints on the State Department from things, but it's one of those little small things that just does you in. You know, I don't think there was a great evil intended when she used her personal phone.
I think you're being generous to her. I think she was doing it so that there wouldn't be public access to what she was up to in a range of things.
Well, I am sure that she had a lot of enemies in the State Department.
Right.
I mean, these places, they're hotbeds.
Okay.
You know, and there are a lot of people who were very unhappy with her Benghazi explanations.
Absolutely.
In those days. And look, the Clintons generate a lot of heat.
Yeah.
You know, wherever they go. You either love them or hate them. It's hard to be neutral about the Clintons. And she might have been worried about that. But, you know, what really killed her at the end was when WikiLeaks released the information that Bernie Sanders told the millennials. She's getting $220,000 for an after-lunch speech at Goldman Sachs.
Yeah.
Well, who the hell pays anyone $220,000 for a 20-minute speech?
Yeah.
Nobody.
Yeah.
Unless you
pay for play, mate.
That's right. And so, you know, and that's why the millennials didn't get out of bed that day. Because Bernie killed her. Bernie killed off her chances in that respect. But yeah, she wants to come back again. I see that in the interviews in the Chicago Sun-Times that she wants to return. But the really fascinating stuff coming out of America now is that Trump may call it a day. He might not run
again. Yeah.
Yeah, I said on the air that.
Yeah, I know.
He's running out of
steam.
Well, he's running out of fall guys. And his circle is thinned out. And there's no one to take heat for him. He's lost his Praetorian Guard.
Yeah.
You know, these Cohen and those guys, Manafort, they'd have taken a bullet for him, as they said.
Yeah.
But not anymore. He's running out of those kinds of guys. And he, you you know.
Well, when they look at jail time, unless they roll over, I guess anyone's...
Well, not only do they roll over, they make up stories
Well,
to
that's
stay
true.
out of jail. You know?
Yeah.
We've all seen this kind of thing.
Yeah.
The other thing, too, is the president's friends worry about his health. He's gained a lot of weight. And look, we all know guys like this. You can see the blood pressure. He just gets...
Well, he's 70, 71 or something now.
Well, he's 73.
Oh, okay.
And you can see that he's probably predisposed to high blood pressure or a heart attack or a stroke.
Okay.
I mean, you know, you can't carry that kind of weight.
Yeah, true.
I mean, one of the few things I do like about Trump is that he thinks that physical exercise is wasted. It's a waste of time, he said, running around the block. He's probably right. But no, I think we're in for some exciting times. What does it mean for Australia? Well, if he lasts, if he goes the distance, Australia has to deal with him and his policies.
Yeah.
If he doesn't, and as I pointed out last night, Australia, and I've been here 44 years, Australia lived very nicely with Dick Nixon and his deeds,
Yeah.
and Bill Clinton and his deeds, and Australians are ultimately the most practical people in the world.
Mate.
Pragmatic.
Mate, I was in the US for the 1972 election and I wish I'd worn it. I've got a campaign button that says McGovern can't lick our dick, and it was a classic from that period of time.
Funny you mention that, because when I worked on Wall Street at Merrill Lynch, I was the sole McGovern supporter in 72, okay? And I had a pin that said Wall Street for McGovern. Now, I was the only guy on Wall Street. People used to spit in my direction. Now, I worked a little bit on the McGovern campaign in Massachusetts because I was commuting between Boston and New York.
Yeah.
And we won that night.
Right.
And then we lost 49 states.
Yeah.
We thought we were in for a big night.
That's right,
It was
yeah.
a bad night.
Well, there was a bumper sticker that said, "Don't blame me, I'm from Massachusetts," I think.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
We did our thing. McGovern was the last history professor to run for the Oval Office. We haven't done very well. There was Woodrow Wilson, George McGovern, professors. Well, then there's, of course, Barack Obama. But look, I think the president's in a very unusual spot, and he's going to have to do something. And I wouldn't be surprised if he fires Mueller, or he gets Whitaker to fire him. He's entitled to. Or what I would do is I would let Mueller report to Whitaker, and then I'd spike the report. Someone will leak it in 10 minutes anyway.
Right.
And all they're really going to get him on is campaign fraud for facilitating a payment to the money to
right.
Yeah.
And Michael Avenatti is not the flavour of the month since yesterday either. So.
Nor is the guy with the trolley downtown.
That's true.
Sooner or later they come after.
That's true, mate. Thank you very much for your time.
Okay. Take care.